How did a club that dominated Europe become one of the biggest disappointments in the Champions League for the last decade? Barcelona, we are talking about here. Barcelona were eliminated from the Champions League by Atletico Madrid yesterday night. It's just becoming a normal procedure, a recurrence decimal. Every time Barcelona goes to the Champions League as their ultimate target, they tend to flatter to deceive. Yesterday, the defense let the team down. Not only yesterday, these both ties, the defense let the team down. See the goal that, just watch the goal that they conceded and watch the red card madness also. The same thing happened in the first leg. Defense has always been the problem, the Achilles of Barcelona. It did not start today. Barcelona tend to prioritize attack alone without balancing it. If you don't balance your team in Champions League, you pay dearly for it. You can't be prioritizing just the forward, the attackers, without prioritizing the defense line. In the modern days Champions League, if your team is not balanced, you will suffer for it. Now, this did not start today. It started a decade, more than 10 years ago. You could remember the Rome debacle. That was the AS Roma Barcelona match that ended 3-0, the Manolas goal. Barcelona took a LD lead at the Camp Nou, 4-1 at the Camp Nou. Guess what? The defense decided to conspire to what? To concede 3 goals, to concede 3 goals in Rome. And guess what? Manolas, the Greek goals, according to the commentator Peter Drury, God bless you, Peter Drury, their defense was pierced, opened. Everybody would have thought that Barcelona would have qualified 4-1 against Roma at Camp Nou, and you are going to Rome, and guess what? The defense has always been like this. What about 2019 against Liverpool at Anfield? The first leg, Barcelona took a 3-0 lead. 3-0 lead against Liverpool at the Camp Nou. When they went to the Anfield Stadium in Liverpool, what happened? They conceded 4-0. The defense was nothing to write home about that night. That was where we had corner quickly taken. That was where we had that corner quickly taken by Trent Alexander-Arnold, which led to the goal, the 4th goal. Because in the modern era, if you don't prioritize every department of your team will suffer. The team will suffer. This same thing happened even against Inter Milan in last season Champions League semi-final. The same thing happened when they were scoring. They were scoring Inter. They were also conceding goals, silly goals, defensive error goal from Araujo and the rest, messing up big time. Look at yesterday. They had equalized 2-0 up, making it 2-2 on aggregate. Guess what? The defense was opened, and that's always make me question the eye line you played in the Champions League. The eye line may work in La Liga, but in the Champions League, teams are figuring out. Not even figuring out. Teams are figured out to play against eye line teams. It's not that your defense is that good and you are playing eye line in the Champions League. Don't you know that they'll figure it? They'll figure it. That was what Atletico Madrid did. They figure it. And check Atletico Madrid goal yesterday. The same thing, they knew. It was just a matter of time. They pierced through your defense, and the rest is history. You only play eye-line football when your defense is good enough. Not this your defense that is made up of Eric Garcia, Kubasi, young Kubasi, and the rest. These are not world-class defenders, and you know that. I are playing eye-line in the Champions League, where you have men in the Champions League, you are playing eye-line with this kind of defense. You're going to pay dearly for it. That's what Barcelona is suffering. The way forward for Barcelona now is for them to prioritize defense. They need to get world-class defenders if they want to continue playing eye-line football in Europe. Because every now and then they keep promising their fans that they will win the Champions League. You see the president promising the fans. You will see players, even Messi had promised the fans Champions League before he left. If you don't prioritize defense, you can't win the Champions League with this. You understand that Barcelona henceforth should go get central back or centre back that are world class, so that they can play their eye line and able to withstand pressure and avoid conceding silly goals. Imagine both legs against Atletico Madrid. Guess who's receiving the red card? Barcelona are the one receiving the red card in both legs. First leg it was Kubasi. Second leg it was Eric Garcia. Against Atletico Madrid Champions, you are collecting red card in both legs. Your defense lets you down, Barcelona. It's a pity, but the truth is that Barcelona in the last decade has been a Champions League disappointment. They've been disappointing the Champions League in the last decade. They've not been to the final in the last decade now. They haven't been in the final. And most of this time, they always come with some of the best players in the attack. But guess what? Defense has been their Achilles heel. So guys, if you agree with what I've said, make sure you comment, like, and share. If you don't agree, you can also like and share. Make sure you comment. Let's have a conversation. So guys, subscribe to our channel so that we'll get you more of this. As remember, my humble self, Enzo Ball. Oh shit.